watching Forbes India Beyond the Boardroom, and I'm your host, Ushnota Paul. Today's guest is one of the finest actors in India, and I'm actually a huge fan, someone I admire a lot and look up to. His breakthrough role came as Bhiku Matre in Ram Gopal Verma's 1998 film Satya. After that, he has given us many memorable roles over the years in films like Gangs of Wasseypur, Aligarh, Kaun, Son Chiriya, and most recently in the smashing hit web series Family Man. He has won 3 national awards till date, the most recent one being the Best Actor Award for Bhosle. We have with us Manoj Bajpayee. So thank you so much for coming on Forbes India Beyond the Boardroom.
Thank you.
Let's start with your childhood. You were born in this small village called Belwa in Bihar. There were many summer vacations at home from boarding school that you spent tilling the field. Tell us more about your childhood and growing up in Belwa.
I'm a farmer's son, so if you are a son of a businessman, so you are supposed to sit behind the counter if there is a vacation time and you are visiting your home. And if you are a farmer, you will be sent to the field to do some work and take the load off your father's shoulder. So we used to kind of contribute, and we were always encouraged to participate in the ongoing work that was happening. And apart from that, we were quite mastikhor. I mean, we were getting into the canal and the river and going to India Nepal. India Nepal border is very close by. It's like 2 or 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers. So we used to go there, do picnic, all of that. And also, my father used to run a rice mill. So going to the rice mill in the evening and sitting at the counter. So that used to be the usual time in the village. But apart from that, most of the time we were in the school, in the boarding. Boarding is a life which is all it's in compartment. It's you get up at 5 o'clock and do all sorts of things that you don't like to do in the first place, and then you go to school. But we always look forward to our Saturdays and Sundays. It was a fantastic boarding school. I was a very good hockey player. I was a very good cricket player. Table tennis, badminton, you name it. So, but yeah, I mean, all in all, when you talk about my childhood, there can be one book on just my childhood. It has been so colorful. It has been so full of mixed emotion.
Great. Let's write it, sir. Deal pakki. I'll write it. So, talking about your boarding school, do you think that kind of instilled a discipline in you from a very early life that you kind of carry forward, helped you as an actor today?
I think I was always a very disciplined person. Discipline came very easy to me. Sticking to time, making timetable myself. Even at the age of 9 or 10, I used to make a timetable and I used to stick to it. But studies was something that I was not so much. I was not focused on it. I used to study just 1 month before the exam, and then score a decent number. And most of the time I was concentrating on, reciting poems, practicing it, or reading plays or reading literature, trying to perform certain pieces. I was more interested in acting than anything else since my childhood.
A day in the life of Manoj Bajpayee. You wake up at 4:35.
Yeah, I mean, it's a boring life. Mr. Ram Gopal Verma always called me a boring man because, and he used to be surprised as to how I could do what I used to do in front of the camera, because, I get up at 4:30, we get into my yoga, meditation, then go to the gym, come back, get into the shower, do my puja, have my breakfast. Wear nice dress. Even if I'm not getting out, wear nice clean dress. We can't do without discipline. I mean, even though food wise, my Shavana is very, very particular about what we get to eat. And even if I am cooking, I can only cook what is allowed in this house, not something which is, you know,
Growing up, you were five siblings. So that must have been a chaotic household. How was it growing up with five
still
siblings?
is chaotic. I mean, we are six, including me,
Yeah.
and still whenever we get together in Delhi, it's chaotic. I mean, everybody is talking to each other across each other, so my Shavana, my wife, she still gets scandalized, she still has that cultural shock whenever she is there with all of us, and we all talk in Bhojpuri and we talk loud, you know, we are not, we just forget all the etiquettes and the manner.
Does
So
your
yeah, I mean, yes, it's that kind of a family, and we come from village, so and we've all grown up together. So there is no pretension of manner and the etiquette between each other.
right,
So
right.
yeah,
Your father wanted to be a doctor. When I read that, I was quite surprised. Wanted to be a doctor, but
yeah.
you always wanted to be an actor, right? Since you were like a
But
kid.
I never told them. But I
Okay.
never told anyone that I wanted to become an actor. Those days, acting is still actually. Uh, uh, Acting is not regarded as a conventional choice. Uh, and nobody wants their child to become an actor because they actually they are very right also. I mean, the ratio of success is very less, very, very less. So, nobody wants their children to take that kind of a risk with their lives. So I've never told anyone that I wanted to become an actor. When I went to Delhi and finished my graduation, that was the time I wrote a letter, telling my father that, this is what I'm here for. Not because I wanted to become or IAS or IPS. I'm here because I want to become an actor. And my father was not surprised because he was my father. He was observing me since my childhood.
Right, right. And who are those actors or films that you watched in your childhood that kind of inspired you to become an actor?
Many, I mean, mostly Mr. Bachchan, Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, uh, many. I mean, those were the people who had such a long-lasting impression on my mind. From my state, Mr. Shatrughan Sinha ji was doing so well. He was one of the biggest star in his time. Uh, uh, but yeah, I mean, these are the people whose films I used to enjoy, and I was mostly I was mesmerized by the whole experience of watching cinema and the performances and or whatever was happening on the screen. For me, that was the world I wanted to be part of.
And you really wanted to be in National School of Drama because you knew who the
That's
alumni
a
were.
that's a known fact. That's a
Yeah,
known
it's a
fact.
known fact, and you rejected
Yeah,
thrice. But
yeah.
what I did not know, and I came to know, was the fourth time when you applied, they actually offered you a position as a faculty instead.
I mean, they just kind of laughingly
It's
one of the
incredible.
yeah, one of the jury members laughingly said that you are so busy and so knowledgeable and experienced by now that you should do a job of a teacher here rather than come as a student. But yeah, I mean, my love for National School of Drama is still there, and the going inside the campus, uh, the pain is still there. Something that I wanted to do, I couldn't do. So it's a job could not be accomplished. It's that kind of a thing.
How do you
So
think fatherhood kind of changed you? And does she watch your work at this age?
she does. She does. She's a big fan of Family Man. Uh, big fan. Yeah. Um, but other than that, mostly I've never done anything for the children. You know, my work has always been for the people who are 25 plus or 30 plus. Family Man is a game changer for me. I would say that even the children come to me for selfies and the photographs now, that's my new fan base, which is so surprising and so humbling for me.
So, like, how how would you say fatherhood changed you? Like, did it change you as a person at all?
No, I would see if at all it changed me to something which I don't like, and that is that always feeling insecure, feeling a little fearful for the little one, and that is something I never was. I never feared. I don't fear anything. It's just that I'm too concerned about her, growing up and what will happen to her. That those are the father's fears.
True.
That fear I never wanted in my life.
Okay, if you have to rate yourself within 1 to 10 for the following, how would you rate yourself as an actor?
I'm learning. I would say, and I'm not being humble. I'm learning. And now I have a clear cut direction in terms of the craft. I'm working on. So by that standard, I would say 6.
Oh God, so many people would
Yeah.
not agree to that. As a father,
As a father, I would say 5 because I'm mostly absent, shooting. So 5.
as a husband,
I say I'm a very good husband. I will give myself 8. My wife will give me 4.
isn't that the case with everyone though? So you're quite active on Twitter, and I think after Family Man, your fan following has. I keep seeing.
Mostly, I'm active in retweeting. I'm a retweet master.
A retweeter. When you're not in front of the camera shooting, you pack up, go home. How
I
are
do
you
it.
as a person at home? What do you do?
When I'm home, the rules are set here, and that rule is actually drafted by my wife. So I have to stick to that rule. I just can't come and behave that I have come from a long shoot, so I can do this or I can do that. No, I mean that goes for my daughter and that goes for me too.
What do you enjoy cooking the most? Can you cook like with chicken and all of this stuff?
I enjoy cooking mutton that my father used to cook. I cook mutton korma. I cook bihari mutton. Kosha mangsho is something that I want to learn from a pure Bengali, household person. So yeah, I mean these are the things. These are the small joys of life. Yeah.
As a viewer, what kind of films or shows do you like to watch when you're at home?
I watch everything, but horror is something that I can't because my wife loves horror films. I mean, she watches a horror film. Sometime I see her when there is Saturday or Sunday when there's no school in the morning. Then I see her watching at 12 o'clock and when there is nobody alone.
Oh
and
my
she's
God.
So, yeah.
Talking about getting scared, I think I have a confession. When I was much younger, I watched porn and you scarred me, sir. You scarred me as a child. I don't know why I was allowed to watch that movie, but I will never forget that scene where you are like dripping wet and like doing that cut thing. That movie scarred me. We have all been pretty much stuck at home for almost 2 years now. So this lockdown, like what did this pandemic have an effect on you? Did you take any lessons out of this?
Lesson, if you want to take a lesson, it's very loud and clear. It's right there. That unlimited greed can really ruin the world. And nature can really do things that we can never imagine. The human beings feeling powerful is the biggest illusion. Now we are coming to understand this. I just hope that human beings don't get out after the pandemic is over thinking that they have the same power over the nature. And if they get out with the same thought, with the same behavior, then the doomsday is very, very nearby.
Perfect. That brings us towards the end of our show. But before we leave, I have a request. If you can give a message to all your fans who are watching the show, but if you can give that message as Bhiku Matre.
Bhiku Matre can give only one message, that don't do wrong or you will die like me. Yeah.
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 Thank you so much, Manoj sir, for coming on Forbes India Beyond the Boardroom. It was such a pleasure talking to you. And for our viewers, we'll be back again next week with another smashing episode with another fabulous guest. So keep watching and have a fabulous weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Joan.